What's up, everybody? This is M from what was formerly known as Dirty Dippin' Auto. I am back and I'm doing big things. So let's jump right into it. I have some headlights. They're all over the place. And some projectors. I am going to be doing headlight projector. I'm trying to do dual projector retrofits, but man, these are TL projectors, and look at the size of this. It is ridiculous. So I am deciding right now if I'm going to do dual, because these TSXs are great. They fit everywhere just fine. Look at that. Bloop, bloop. They're fine. But those TLs are ridiculously huge. That's what she said. Anyway, I have the headlights all apart, as you see here, down to the housing. So this is I'm actually deciding if I'm going to, you're supposed to keep these and cut these or whatever you need to do so that you can put them in here and you can adjust them. This guy adjusts the height right there. I don't know if you see that. So that's the whole point of keeping these guys, so you can adjust, you know, where you want them to go, where you want them to point. So, but man, those TL projectors are so big. I don't know if I don't know what I'm gonna do. Look at that. Look at this. It doesn't even fit in there. It's bigger than the whole damn thing. So, of course, you know, proceed with caution. And I mean, if I wanna put this in, you know, OEM looking, you get all this. I can't even put it in there. I gotta cut everything. So, I did test fit in here without, and you can see that you can get it to sit back pretty well. And I put the lens will actually go on top just like this, just fine. I already tested that. So I just need to figure out if I really want to try and cut up these OEM housings to make this fit. So I'm working on that right now. But I skipped the whole taking off the bumper, taking the headlights apart, because you guys should have that figured out by now. But lots of questions. By the way, this is an 08 Civic Si Sedan these headlights are from. So yeah, they're taken apart. You gotta throw them in the oven or use a heat gun to get the glue heated up so where you can pull them apart. You know, taking off the bumper is another thing. So so now I'm just getting down to the actual projector retrofit, and this is a 100% custom job. This is not Miramoto. This is not headlight retro. What's it called? You know, TRS. This is 100% custom. These are OEM 3G TL. 3G is third generation, which is 04 to 08 Acura TL projectors, and they have the high beam solenoid down here. That's why they're so damn big. And then these guys are TSX, Acura TSX second gen, which is or first gen, which is 04 to 08 TSX. So these guys are great because they're nice and small, and I wanted to keep the OEM but OEM projectors are the best projectors. There are some very, very good aftermarket ones nowadays, but this is the projector I wanted to go with for the project. So 2 OEM Acura projectors. You can see the size difference. TL, TSX. So the TSX, that thing fits great anywhere. The TL does not. So what I'm planning on doing is double projector. I want this guy in the low beam, and I'm gonna have functional high beam solenoid. That's the plan. And this guy in the high beam. So it'll be like that, but as you can see, the width of them is, you know, way wider than the housing. But I mean, if I go TSX only in the low, look at that. I mean, this is, that looks great. I got plenty of room to work with. So I'm contemplating just doing TSX low beam right here, because it's so easy. I mean, I don't have other projectors. Obviously, if I had more TSXs, I would do dual TSX because they're smaller, they're easier to work with, less customization. But I really wanted to go for the duals with this bad boy. Look at that thing, man. Freaking behemoth. So that's the plan. That's what I'm working on. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm also doing stickers and things like that. So, but this is where I'm at right now. So I'll give you guys an update when I decide what I'm doing and show you what I'm doing. More goodies, guys. More goodies. Yeah, more goodies are here. Just you wait. Just you wait. Alright guys, check it out. We got harness. This is a relay harness for the HIDs because I'm going dual projectors. So 4 HID kits in total. So this is a relay harness from Lightwerkz, and this is for two ballasts. Another 2 ballasts. So two relay harnesses in total. Then we got HID kit. I didn't want to go OEM. I have OEM Acura HID kit right here. This is the real deal, Acura TSX HID, but I only have 2, so I just bought quick, inexpensive kit. So got the HIDs in here, the D2S for the bulbs, because the car is 9006, but the HIDs, the housings, the what do they call, the projectors take D2S, so you need D2S, but the kit is actually 9006, so that's great. There's some bulbs in here. I got 4.3K, it should say. It's a little typo, but whatever. And that's the wiring. And then for my ballasts, what I did was I took the housing, so you guys can see in the light, and I tried to align it as best I could by hand with where the hole is, so that the projector housing goes in perfectly. So you can see the lines I marked right there. They kind of go, they're almost perfect with, you know, on each side of the projector or the headlight hole. The TSX projector, I did the same thing. The circle I drew is terrible. This one's actually really difficult to line up. I actually need to cut down some of this right here, needs to get cut off, because the housing is wide. It's like this wide. It's like that. So I gotta cut like all this. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm doing this all just by see and feel, and I'm just doing it all by eye. So I'm gonna start with this one, and I'm gonna just cut right here and across, and I'm gonna put the housing in and see how it fits and all that. And then I'm just gonna slowly work my way in like that, and then until I get it seated right. I'm actually gonna have to cut the headlight housing itself too, because the TL projector is so big that even if I took this completely out and just did the projector, it still doesn't fit. It touches everywhere, so I gotta cut in there too. So one thing at a time. I'm gonna cut in here. I want it to sit properly in here. And then for the TSX, what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna chop this whole thing off right here and sit it, see how it sits. and then I'm going to make my hole a little bit bigger and bigger until it sits properly, and then I don't have to worry about the back of that one on the actual headlight housing itself. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to start cutting, and then I'll show you guys in a little bit. Guys, this is what I have so far. Oh, it's not mounted, it's not bolted down or anything, but this is what I've cut so far. And you can see from the top, it still needs to recess more. It's sticking too far out. So, but it is looking damn good right now. I'm on the right track. So let me show you the back of this guy. So I made some crazy cuts, you know, and I started off wide just to start, but I started too wide, so I narrowed it in, and it's actually perfect. And if you look at the bottom of the projector, right here on this guy, there's a, see that step right there? So it actually sits on that line that I cut. So it sits very nice and neatly, and I lined it up with this hole. That way I have a perfect angle. And so what I did back here, I crosshaired it. I'm a gamer, crosshair, you know. I crosshaired it to the center. It's not perfect. This is actually very difficult, but I just need a reference of where the middle is, because I'm gonna have to cut this off. And this guy has guided me so far, so I really don't want to cut this because he's my center. He's my perfect center guy. But I'm at the point where I've cut this part right, so now I need to recess it in more, and unfortunately that means this guy's got to go. So what I'm gonna cut up here, I made lines from the top of the projector here, this guy, the outsides of this I made lines for. So I had to do it twice. So it's this inner line here and this outer line here. I'm not going to cut up here yet. I'm going to cut right in here because I'm hitting, this guy is hitting the back of the housing, the halogen housing. So, you know, it's pushing it. So now I need to start working my way in. So I'm going to chop up top, and then I'm going to let you guys know. I'll be back. What's up, guys? This is like, I don't know, 5 hours later. I'm full of headlight lens dust because I've been cutting and drilling. Look at my mess. Look at this. Look at this dust. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But look at this. It's not the finished product, obviously, but I wanted to test fit to see where I'm at. Look at that. Oh yeah. Now, like I said, they're not mounted or anything. They're just sitting, or basically where they're going to sit when I do lock them in place. This is just test fitting to see if I can close the lens. So the big guy, damn it, it's all right. So the big guy is still hitting this right here. He's still touching. So actually, well, I think he is. Yeah, he's still touching. So that's okay. I have to cut the back of the headlight, but I wanted to show you guys basically what the finished product is gonna look like, and it looks pretty clean, I have to say. Stupid TSX projectors, they use the screws from their internal housings to mount the projector. So it's actually two pieces, the projector bolt or whatever, the projector itself and the housing. It's two pieces. I don't know why they would do that. So it's stupid. Anyway, put it back on here so you guys can see what the, it's upside down. All right, there you go. So this is basically what it's gonna look like. It's looking pretty good. I still have a lot to do. This is only one headlight. I haven't even finished drilling or cutting for the TSX because it's still, as you can see, it's a little off-sided. And then the screw holes, you see how wide this is? It's sticking, it's outside of the housing to mount. So what I need to do is scoot it over like this. See my hole? I need to scoot the hole over and push it in right there so I can mount it to the housing, the headlight housing. So I just wanted to give you a little progress update. Look at that. Yeah, that's looking real nice. All right, guys. I'll update you later. All right, guys. Check it out. It's mounted. Test mounted. It's good. Still got to tighten it down, adjust the lighting, but this is it. Now, the bottom of the TL projector is so ridiculously big that I need to see, even if I don't use that housing, it doesn't even fit and the lens hits it. So, you know, if I turn it, of course it sits better, but I can't have it like that. So unfortunately, I have to cut the bottom of the headlight housing for this to fit. I really don't want to. I was going to chop off take off the high beam solenoid, but I think I tested it and I think high beams will always be on if I take out the solenoid, so I have to cut it. So I'll show you what that's going to look like. Screws are too long, had to cut them. There you go. Just cut that guy. There's all. I got 3-inch screws touching the back of the headlight housing, so I cut them down. Alright, I'll update you in a little bit. Alright guys, time for wiring. So I'm going to be running 4 HID kits. 2 OEM Acura and 2 Aftermarket. They're all 4.3K because I like the most output from my lights, and it has a hint of blue, so I like 4.3. So we're doing 4.3, 2 OEM kits, 2 aftermarket kits. I got one kit right there plugged in, but I gotta take it out because there's no relay. So what do I got? Relay kit, because 4 HIDs in a car that did not come with HIDs could be bad for the battery. So relay kits to protect them. Each kit does 2 HIDs. So 2 HIDs here, 2 HIDs here. And of course the car is 9006, 9005. So I need D2S conversion kit for these HIDs. So basically the relay goes to one of the 9006 plugs and then to 2 ballasts. So it'll actually plug right into this kit, but the OEM Acura one I actually have a conversion that'll do D2S to 9006. So lots of wiring to do right now, and then I'll be back. Check it out guys, all 4 HIDs wired up. It works, we're good. I wired up the harnesses so you can barely even see them. It's one's tucked back there, and I ran it under here and I zip tied it up there. It's all tucked away, and this guy is tucked back there. So we're good. So now back to plugging it in, and actually I gotta hide the ballasts. The ballasts are out everywhere. But just so you can see, the Acura ones are a little more white than the aftermarket ones. A little sad about that, but whatever. It is what it is. Guys, it's 2:30 in the morning. I now understand why everybody gets bolt-on projectors. I don't even know right now. I'm done. There it is. I'm tired. The light patterns are not perfect, but adjusting those projectors in there is like, I don't even know. It's not easy. So I said, screw it, it is what it is. They're still pretty close. They're not perfect. They're just like, you know, one pattern's a little bit angled, the other one's a little higher. So I'll give you the rundown. The TL's on the low beam is nice and straight. On this one, actually, he's a little tilted. TSX sits higher and is more straight. On this side, TL is pretty straight. That one's pretty good. TSX sits a little higher as well, but more straight. So it's really just these guys have a little bit of a tilt to them, and then the height difference of the beam, the patterns. So, man, I spent so much time trying to dial that in. It's ridiculous. Definitely never doing 3G TL bi-xenon projectors in an 8th gen Civic ever again. I know you guys want to see the lights, so there's lows, so you can, it's hard to see, but the right one angles, I don't know how you say, angles downwards, so you can kind of see it on the right. And here's TSX. See how they go a little higher, and the one on the right tilts down. So I got I got 4 different lines going, but fuck it. I got quad projectors, and I haven't even test driven. I'll go on a test drive right now with you guys to show you. All right, guys, let's turn on the lights. So the pattern is actually not as bad as I thought. There you go. So right side low beam, passenger side low beam is a little tilted. As far as vertical goes, he's pretty good, but he's angled. His horizontal angle, so you can see it's not bad, right? Watch out, man, we can't see. All right. So, as you can see, the beam here, look, this hill will show you right here. So you can see what I mean about the beam pattern. So you see, it's not perfect. See how the right one angles up? It's like sloped a little bit, and the left one is pretty straight. But that right one, look at him, he's leaning to the right a little bit, or he's tilted clockwise. That's how you can say it. He's tilted clockwise. But as you can see, it is definitely not as bad as I originally explained. So they were pointed a little low, so I did point them up a little bit higher. Watch out for the kids. Watch out, kid. The kid's trying to race. But so they were pointed a little low, but I was able to adjust the height because I left the stock halogen housings untampered, or whatever. So see, they're not bad. They're not bad. There you go. There's a good. There you go. So you can see. So they're actually pretty good. So other problem is they're not perfectly straight. They're not perfectly horizontal and perfect 90 degrees. They are a little off, so I am going to fix that. But the other thing is the light output, they're not that great. I can see a lot. It looks really good, but the output is not as good as I wanted it to be. But I think it's because I am using the OEM bulbs that came with the car, with the TL, and this is an 06 TL. So I think if I changed bulbs, the light output will be a lot better. So I think that's what my problem is. I just need to change bulbs. So you can see the pattern cutting off the house up there. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the outcome. It's not perfect, but man, for my first retrofit, and I went to max difficulty. I skipped the bolt-ons. I skipped the default bolt-on kit or screw-in kit, whatever you want to call it, that other companies have. I went straight for the max difficulty 100% custom kit. So I am definitely happy with the results that I was able to get. So let's see here. I'm trying to show you guys. See, it's not bad. Look at that. Look at the brick wall. It's not that bad, right? So I'm pretty happy. So I'm actually what I'm doing is here's the other problem. My TSX ones, they're aimed way too high. They're mounted, I just mounted them aiming up way too high. They're way up there. As you can see, they are way too high. They're pointed up at the tree line. It's ridiculous. I'm blinding everybody. So those definitely need to come down. But if you notice, the light pattern, it's the top one, the TSX ones are the top ones. They're almost perfectly straight. I am extremely happy with the way that I mounted them, and they were a lot easier to mount than the big TL projectors. So they're just too high. They're just way too high. So I can't adjust the height on them because of the TLs. So if I were to lower the housings, because they're all attached to the same housing, so if I lower the housings, I can get the TSX bulbs to aim properly, but then my TLs will be way too low. You see what I mean? Because they're all attached to the same housing. So what I'm going to do, unfortunately, I need to take it all apart again, and I just need to trim a little bit more on the headlight housing so that the TSX projectors sit tilted forwards more. instead of flush. I had them flush, but they need to just tilt in more. So light output is great, obviously, but they're just off. They are off. So what I'm going to do right now, I am going to switch the HID kits, because I put the aftermarket kit on the TSX and the OEM on the TL. So I'm just going to switch bulbs and put the aftermarket bulbs on the OEM TL kits, and then vice versa, the OEM kit bulbs on the aftermarket kit. That way I get better light output out of my lows, because this is my daily, so I do need better light output. So I'm just going to flip them, and I should get a whole lot better output, and then I will do that until I get more bulbs, and then all 4 of my bulbs will be good. So I will show you that when it's done. Alright guys, check it out. I switched the bulbs. Much better. I just flipped them. Took them out of the TSX projectors, put them in the TLs. Look at the light difference. So much brighter. I don't know if you guys can tell, but much brighter. So I have a bulb problem. OEM bulbs are just no good. And I don't mean that as a generality. I mean that as, after having those bulbs for so long, you know, 06, that's 12 years. They're done. They're not maxing out their potential. Look at this. It's great. You can see the whole road. So yeah, I just need to get new bulbs for the TSX projectors now, because those OEM bulbs are just bad. So this is what I have for now. It is going to take me at least another day. Now that I know exactly what I need to do, it's probably going to take me a day or so to tear them apart and cut them up, cut the housings to make the projectors aim correctly. Because look, if you turn them on, look at that, it's way too high. It's going to the trees. Look at that, it's going up to the houses. It's way too high, way too high. So yeah, this is much better. So I'm just gonna maybe this weekend, I don't know, but what I need to do is change the bulbs out and adjust the projectors, and then I will be good. So this is what it is for now. I'm pretty much gonna call this the end of the video, because to me, I kind of failed, because, you know, they're not aimed correctly, but at the same time I kind of succeeded, because I challenged myself with the hardest possible projector retrofit you can do on an 08 Civic sedan, and I'd say I did a pretty damn good job for my very first time. And like I said, hardest projectors to mount in there. I think I did a pretty damn good job for a first attempt. So I'm gonna call it a day, and then I'll make another video once I feel like changing those TSX projectors. But man, I gotta get in there, I gotta tear them apart again, I gotta take them apart again, and yeah, just all that. Whoa, bro! So I am gonna leave them as is. Look at that, look at that, it's almost perfect. I mean, how can you, look at that, it's almost perfect. It's actually, I don't even see a tilt on the right side, so maybe I'm just tripping because I've been staring at these for how long did it take me? 4 days straight I've been staring at these damn lights. So I'm gonna call that a day, and next video, yeah, this is good. So just let's do a quick overview. So we got 3G TL, which is 06 to 04 to 08 Acura TL projectors in the low beams. First generation TSX, 1G TSX projectors in the high beams. That is also 04 to 08 Acura TSX. I just turned them on. See the height difference, they're pointed way too high. But that's what I retrofitted. So it's quad projectors. I was gonna put them all on lows and then keep the high beam solenoids for the TLs, which I did, but I wired the highs to the high beam and the lows to the lows, just in case that I had errors, which I do, so I'm glad I did that. But you can also wire them all to lows or all to highs so that you can take advantage of the low beam power for whatever, or the high, or vice versa. There's a few different ways to do it anyway. So projector retrofit is complete. Let's check out the front. You do also need to unplug the high beam, or the DRL fuse, since you are using always on headlights for the fuse, or for the high beams, because the high beam has a DRL. You don't want to use HIDs as DRLs. That's not good. The HIDs need to be always on or always off. You can't be flashing them, flickering them. That's not good for HIDs. So unplug DRL fuse number 37 takes care of that. So I do have fog lights that I want to install as well, so I actually might do that this weekend. But this is pretty sick, man. I'm right in your face, yeah. Oh. Just so you guys can see, it looks ridiculous. I'm definitely happy. I've been driving them for a week, and you can see where I cut. It's not flashy, you know, cosmetic wise. It's not flashy. I took out the chrome piece that goes in there because chrome just looks terrible. I ran out of patience, so I didn't paint. But cosmetically, I just got the projectors in because I knew that was going to take the longest time, so I didn't bother with shrouds. I don't really care, to be honest. I just wanted that light output. So, and there you have it. It looks great. So I'm gonna wrap it up with that. I have some Halo LED fogs, which also have a halogen projector inside, which I'm going to convert to HID. That'll be the next video. Actually, that'll be the next video. The next video is going to be that Civic HID, not a retrofit, but just HIDs versus projector, and you know, halogen. I'm going to take out the halogen bulbs, put projector HIDs in there, because halogen is dead tech, and I don't know why they would put those in a 2018. That's just stupid. No offense to you guys at Honda, but come on. You're gonna put projectors, but you're gonna leave them as halogen, but then you're gonna put an LED bar. Come on, man. That's just, it looks terrible. It's just not a good idea. So that'll be the next video. So if you guys have questions about this one, feel free to reach out. I will definitely answer them. But I just wanted to do this as a blog, mostly just a video blog, so you guys can see what I'm working with and what I can do, what I got going on. So there's the highs off, highs on, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna call it a day. So thank you guys for watching, and check out my channel, check out all my videos, support me. I just want to make more videos, car stuff, anything car stuff. I got a drift event next weekend as well. I'm going to upload that. We got a lot going on. I'm just going to try and keep you guys posted. And I wanted to give a big shout out to my 489 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. You guys are everything to me. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon too, because I appreciate you guys supporting me, so I want to give you guys stuff. So thank you again. Here's the HID Retrofit 2008 Civic Si Sedan. It is a quad projector retrofit. First time ever doing that. I say I give myself a 7 out of 10. And that's it. Thank you guys. See you on the next one.